Alright, welcome to Seminole Day 1. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good day today. I think today's the day to catch the fish, to win it. Can't win in one day, but you can sure lose one in one day. So we're going to get out here. It's just me and one other guy came out of the ramp. A guy named Josh from Oklahoma. Seems pretty cool. He kind of led the way. A lot of lights on. Wanted to show me where the cut was, and then he pulled off to his spot, and I still got about quarter mile to go. We're gonna start right here. Look at this hydrilla edge right off this cut, and then we'll work our way down there. Or we can come back to this, I'm not sure yet. Make one or two quick casts right here. Won't hurt it. Today's gonna be, this tournament I think is gonna be pretty challenging for me, just because it's a lake I've never fished before, had minimal time to look at it. We're gonna try not to overthink it. We found fish. Found fish in practice, so that's not the issue right now. Did learn something interesting though the other day. A guy that friends with on Facebook that I fished a bunch of tournaments against. So, you know, make sure you turn off your sonar. This place gets so pressured that the big fish don't, they know. They can hear, when they feel that sonar, they don't, they tend not to bite. So we're gonna get up here, give this a shot, see what happens. I'm gonna start these docks down here and then work my way back up. Not what we wanted. This guy's teeth is huge. No! What in the world? There's one. It's not huge, but he's not huge, but he'll help. Yeah. Whoa! No! No! All right. He might be 15. Super skinny. Yep. Oh. $15.25. 15.25. That's 2. 3 more. All right. Back to it. Man, this wind is supposed to be coming from the other direction. This is ridiculous. I'll get down to my first mark, and I think it's over here, and then work my way back up. The wind is starting to die down a bit. Well, I think once this haze finally burns off, it's going to switch back to... There's one. That's a good one. Hydro. Alright. Isn't as good as I was hoping, but he's still not bad. Get in here. It's also weird, you know, fishing for these bass that have actually proportional size heads to their bodies. So I get one like this, and I'm like, oh, it's like a 12-incher, but its head's actually proportional to its body, so. 14 3/4, you ain't gonna quite make 15. We're gonna need to catch 1 or 2 donkeys. Alright, 14 3/4. Oh, Jesus. He smoked it. He's not big, but he's legal. And I'm hoping he's legal. He's got a tiny head. I'm assuming he's like 12-ish. I don't know. Looks like it. Yep, 13. Again, we're fishing in a place where fish are actually kind of proportional to their head size. Alright, let's I had this spot marked off because I had a big blow up. I don't think it was very big of a fish, but I had a pretty good sized blow up here the other day. Off it. Oh my God. I don't think he would have counted. Oh, he hit it. He hit it. He missed it. He missed it. Took the bait. Took the bait. I just want the same spot. Come on. Took the bait. It's a decent one. There we go. Hopefully she's okay. 16 3/4. Oh! Shoot, I had one. It's a really bad upset. I don't think he's coming back though. I saw him twist when I set the hook. It's probably going to call that 13. Wind is shifting. But it's still not in the direction I was hoping it would be in. That's a good fish. That's a pickerel. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That would have called. Morning, day 2 of the Hobie BOS out here on Lake Seminole. It's just me and the guy from Oklahoma again out here. I think we're going to stay a lot further up from where I was yesterday. Wind's supposed to be coming from that direction. 17 to 25 mile an hour today, 30 mile an hour gusts. So we're going to do whatever we can to stay out of the wind. I stay down. He's no giant, but that'll count. It's a fish. This might have been the one I missed here yesterday that I didn't really hook. All right, 13 and a half. Get out of the tree. Come on now. All right, it's been a minute. We got one. Whew. It is fat. Look at that. Absolute little tonky. Look at that little football. All right, that's 2. I need 3 more. I missed one punching back there. I don't think it was very big, but he I thought I was stuck on something. I lift up and he hammered it. And hold on. Today's gonna be a challenge. Kind of makes me wish I had a power pole. Oh, I got nailed right there. No way. Yeah, it's probably the same one as from before. I don't think it's very big. Very much a pop. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's very big. This one might be legal though. It's gonna be close. Oh, shoot. There we go. Alright. He's a dink. But he's 3. He's feisty. 12 inches on the dot. That's 3 bites right along this little stretch here. I missed that one punch and I'm kind of mad about that. I don't think he's very big, but he hit the bait hard enough to convince me that I should keep the punching rod out. I'm just missing another one punching. I don't think they're big, but he definitely had it. Went to set the hook and he just glad I didn't take that weight to the face. Jesus. Got me that time. Stay pinned. That's a decent fish. And he's not huge, but he's bigger than the ones I've been catching. Shoot, alright, get up in this gunk. Come on. All right. There we go. All right. Little mat rat. This one. He had it. He took the pinchers off in that gap. I know it's probably, this mat's probably loaded. Yeah, They're all in here. There he is. Get the kayak. All right. There we boys. 12 3/4. Oh my gosh. That's not a bass. But what I was doing definitely got him come up to hit. All I do is took up this one shoot up Kitech and I bounced it on the wacky rig. But I've got to rig through the nose like finesse. That's big. I mean, like, that's the biggest gator I've ever seen. Dude, he's got to be like 14, 15 feet. Jesus Christ. His head has got to be this big. Thank God he buggered off. There's another one up here. Why? That one is bigger than this one. This one's a big one too. Holy smokes. It was bass. Okay, so we're gonna fish this. I mean, they left. Right, so it's cool. We cool, right? We cool? All right, yeah, we're good. Oh my God, those are two massive gators. There's one. That'll call one of the little guys. Get in here. All right, good. Should probably start submitting fish. All right, 15 1/4. Oh no, mudfin. We're both in. Knew it. As soon as I hooked him, really thought about that. All right, it wasn't bad. Just he hooked in the tongue. Get out of here. There's one. Feels like a decent one. It is. No! It's pickerel. Stop it. I've had enough of these for one lifetime. Let go. Oh, he... Pickerel. I didn't even set the hook. I saw him muted. bit me off. I can't believe that. I don't think he's gonna help. We'll measure him just to be sure. He's bigger than 12. I don't think he's gonna be. Ouch. Yeah, he wasn't.
So I ended up, catching a few more fish after the camera went off both days, and I did okay. The thing is, I had a couple goals going up there, and this is like I've never fished before, and one that I've never been to. I had a couple goals. So the first goal was finish in the top 20, try to cash a check. You need to finish top 18. It didn't happen. That's okay. Again, I've never seen this lake before. Goal number 2 was to be consistent, and I was. 83.80 is pretty consistent. I found fish. I stayed consistent both days. I hit 183.5 inches, I think, for the tournament, and that was the minimum I thought I would need to possibly cash a check, depending on how well everybody else did. But it just wasn't enough. And I know there's big fish in there, and I like that lake. It's just, in some of the places I was fishing, it's like 25 foot of water. So I had to kind of decide quickly, because I only really had about a day and a half to fish, pre-fish. I had to kind of decide quickly, like, what do I want to do here? What works for me? What sets up for me? And let's not stray from that pattern. So day 1 was all about, let's get out in the grass, let's fish the timber. That worked out absolutely fine. But actually my biggest fish actually came up super shallow. So the next day when I was like, okay, there's going to be a lot of wind coming in. We're going to have 30 mile an hour gusts. We're going to get super shallow, and we're going to fish like we do in Florida. We're going to trash fish. And to be honest, when I came back to a spot where, I think it's in the video where I caught a crappie, and because there were just fish moving in and out of this pocket, and I watched them do it. I was like, okay, let me let this rest. I'll come back. And when I came back, there was a 16-inch fish, or about 16-inch fish, and then one that was over 20. And I tried to get them to bite for 30 minutes because I didn't have time to move anywhere else. I tried. I really honestly tried. That 20-inch fish would have given me the 6 inches I needed to cut a check. And to kind of give you an idea of how tight these big fields are, we're talking about cashing a check at 18th and being in my spot, which was 31st. It was a difference of 6 inches. That 20-inch fish, I had a 14-incher that needed to be called. If that fish was 20, 21 inches, I was easily in check money. And it just didn't play out that way. But that's okay. That's a really cool lake. I want to go back. I know there's some local hammers up there that I did better than a few of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I try to make longer trips next year. I want to fish some of the bigger circuit stuff, but I'm going to need some help from sponsors. I'm going to try to find some sponsors that can help just cover some costs, even if it's just one trip. Like, for an example, like to go up there, if I would have been able to get a cabin, it would have been about $200 cheaper than what I had to spend. But with the cost of gas and some food here and there, and then more importantly, like housing, that was the big thing. Like finding a place to stay. I'm not sleeping on rocks. Sorry, I just can't. I did it in the military. I'm not doing it now. But to find something that's kind of reasonable, we're looking between like $500-$600. So finding somebody to even help with one of those trips is one of the things that would help out. I mean, I do have Mondo's Fishing, but I mean, there's only one sponsor, and they can only do so much. So it's a better finish than what I thought after pre-fish. It's not as good as I wanted, but I'm very happy with it. So that being said, thanks to the Hobie BOS for putting on the events too that were in the Florida area. Please come back next year. I want to fish them. And thanks to Mondo's for sponsoring the season, and Greg and helping me get the gear that I need for some of these tournaments when I can't find it in other places. So check them out. If you want to save some money on an order, there's a code DW10 in the description. You can use that. Otherwise, the next thing we're focused on is the FKBT finale. Try to hold on to my top spot for Angler of the Year. It's going to be at Tenorock, so it's going to be interesting. I did fish the Bass Nation event last weekend. That video will be out next week. Wasn't great, I'll just put it that way. But that seems to be the pattern. If I fish the Hobie, I do okay, and then the next tournament is just a bust for me. But then, if we go by the pattern, then I won on Rodman the following week. So fingers crossed for Tenorock. That being said, stay safe out there. I'll catch you guys in the next one.